Recording in progress.
Hey, what's up everyone? So I just want to talk briefly about right hand technique. So when I started playing Congolese music, with my right hand I used to use fingerstyle, which is what we call when we use our first finger and our second finger, like this. Sounds okay, you can get the rhythm, but you can't quite get the tone that you need. So if you change that to using the thumb on the downstrokes and first finger on the upstrokes, not only do you get a better tone for this kind of music, but there's also a lot of freedom because you can cross between the strings playing up the octave really easy. And what I found, it took me quite a while to get the tone noticeably different and to make it worthwhile playing in this style. But during the lockdown, I didn't play for quite a while because I was just a bit bored, and I need, as the bass is a rhythm section instrument, usually I want to be playing with a drummer and a guitarist or keyboard, so I've got the harmony and chords that I can underpin with the bass notes. Sure, I would practice on my own if I was learning songs for a gig or whatever, but I wouldn't sit for hours and just enjoy playing the instrument because I'd miss that connection of playing with a band. But in the lockdown I was watching a couple videos which were a musician in Senegal playing a percussion instrument called bougroubu. Bougroubu is usually 4 or 5 drums, hand percussion, slightly different pitch, and the bougroubu, difficult one to say while when I'm playing and talking, it gets a bit tricky sometimes. So it's 12/8, and what I noticed is that actually, if I'm playing muted notes, I can get a kind of metallic hi-hat sort of tone, and if I'm playing then the low E string, then I've kind of got my kick drum, and if I'm playing the D and the G string, I can kind of make a kind of chord thing if I'm playing 2 notes together at the same time. So I took this bougroubu rhythm, which was like, listen to some of the percussion instruments, the tones, and I realised that actually the instrument was tuned in C sharp. So I just started sort of jamming along with it and trying to interpret some of those sounds onto the bass. So you've got that muted tone, like the hi-hat, kind of metallic, and your bass, kick drum, and then your chords. And kind of tuned in a pentatonic way. And I found like doing this, practicing like this, just really changed my thumb technique and changed what was possible with the instrument. Because I never really had many kind of virtuoso techniques. I never did any 2-hand tapping or chords or stuff like that, or really played slap or anything flashy at all. I always saw the bass as rhythm section, as supporting the groove. That's my role. I might take one bass solo in a gig, And I mean, what I can do is jump up and down and play the bass behind my head whilst after having quite a few drinks and still seem to hit the right notes. But that was about as flashy as it got. Would be interesting to play with the Boogaloo player and see how that sounds. Because the thing is, if I was playing like this with a full band, if there is hi-hats, you know, that's going to cover that frequency range. Is going to cover that. You know, you're not really going to hear me playing that, because that the frequency range of the hi-hat will get it, you know, overpower that. Yeah. Just thought I'd share that with you.